I have enjoyed getting acquainted with Mr. Goulin's books and his writings and his work. I've learned a little bit about him and his home in Pennsylvania and the leadership that he provides the movement. And I've been impressed with his lifestyle, with his simplicity, with his genuine kindness and love of truth, especially the teachings on interfaith dialogue, human rights, nonviolence, tolerance for everyone. Everybody's right to believe what they want to believe, to worship in the way they want to worship, and so on. He is a very attractive personality and somebody who is worth getting to know about. Islam in the Western world has had a bad rap, if you want to put it that way, because of the minority of Islamic movements that are involved in terrorism and in disrupting society. And so many Westerners, including Americans, have, I think, a warped view of Islam. They've allowed the fundamentalist variety, who's involved in taking away people's freedoms, they've allowed those kinds of people to represent Islam. So a movement like the Hizmet movement is very important for correcting that misconception of Islam. And I don't know of any group within Islam that has done more to counteract the extremist kind of views that are prevalent in Western society about Islam. One of the things that I've appreciated most about the Hizmet movement is their emphasis on interfaith dialogue, because that takes into account the kind of person I am, the beliefs that I have, and those who are willing to listen to me and to dialogue with me, you know, and so it attracts me to fellowship with those kinds of people. I think that the future success of society depends on people like the Hizmet movement and its adherents. Certainly we could do with more of that in the United States ourselves, as society has become more polarized between the left and the right. And our politicians who we elect to work in our behalf, you know, in state or federal governments, instead of coming up with policies that help the population, they're fighting with one another and nothing is getting done. Contrast that with the Hizmet movement, who promotes dialogue and discussions and reaches out to people who are different from themselves and says, tell me about what you believe and what you stand for and so on, so that I can learn from you, and vice versa, so that we can learn as well. And in that process, society learns lessons and stands on issues that improve it. And we learn to live with one another in peace and tranquility, and we learn that through discussion and dialogue we can achieve the goals that we have in a way that is constructive and not destructive of relationships. So I really think that the future of the human race lies with those who are willing to talk to each other rather than fight with each other.